Welcome to this tutorial. We're going to do some frame-by-frame animation, which is basically drawing or editing your frame one frame at a time. So Flash works in keyframes, and you can see that they're numbered across here. We're working at the default of 24 frames per second. So this here would give me 1 second of animation. So what I'm going to do is just start with a really simple shape. Start with a rectangle, 2 colors, and what I'm going to do is copy that rectangle into the next keyframe by inserting a keyframe, and I'm going to choose insert keyframe instead of insert blank keyframe because that will automatically copy and paste what I've done into the keyframe I just created. If I do blank keyframe, of course that will be empty and there will be nothing there. And what I'm going to do is just slightly edit this. I've already drawn something. I want to just change the shape of it. So I'm going to go to my black arrow. And with the black arrow, when I have not selected any part of my drawing, I get this little curved line that shows me I can now drag that line, or whatever line I so choose, and edit it, reshape it. Now it's just going to curve it a little bit because it's a fairly simple point-to-point line there. So all I'm going to do here is keep adding in keyframes and keep editing my document, my drawing here. So simple right-click, insert keyframe, deselect my drawing, otherwise I'll end up moving it, which is fine if that's what you want to do. And now I can grab the corner as well and drag that. And you can see it creates a 90-degree angle there. And that will change the shape as well. Now the other thing I can do is, of course, draw on this. So for example, if I took my brush tool and I'd set my brush shape, and maybe I'll just do a circle, and I've got a fairly large size there. I'd have to change the color, and so what I can do is just click, add in a couple eyes, right click, and of course you can do way more complex drawings than what we've got here, but we'll just keep it simple for now. So just for the sake of demo, we'll do a short little piece there. So now I've got the ability to play it, of course, and it'll be a short, quick animation like that. You can see I've got a lot more keyframes. I don't even have a second of animation that's happened yet. I can, of course, change colors as well. So if I wanted to change a color of one part during my animation, I can do that. I've got all the other drawing tools to work with. So you can create extremely complex frame-by-frame animations as you go. Now the other thing you can do is you can copy frames. So if I click and drag over these 8 frames, probably the simplest way to do that is to just hold the Alt button down on your keyboard and grab those frames and drag them over. And what it'll do is it'll copy them and it will play them. So you'll have the same animation repeating twice. Now that's obviously one way to do it. But what we're going to do, let's just find the end there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually reselect these frames. And I'm going to go up here to modify timeline. So the timeline, of course, is where I'm animating. And I'm going to choose reverse frames. Whoa, it went all the way over there. So let's... That was a little bit unexpected. So I'm going to remove those frames. And what I'll end up with is animation that reverses. So it goes up and then it reverses in direction. So that was modify timeline and then reverse frames. So whatever frames you have selected, it'll reverse the order perfectly for you. So that's just a short frame by frame animation. You can obviously do way more than that, but that's the basics of doing frame by frame animation.